It began with the chill wind rolling off the Atlantic. The sky hung low like a sheet of gray glass. A police officer walked his dog along the dunes of Gilgo Beach. He was not expecting to find anything, only helping in the search for a missing woman named Shannon Gilbert. But the dog would not stop pulling at the leash, its nose pressed against the sand, its tail stiff, as if pointing to a secret. When the officer brushed the grass aside, he saw white. Not seashell, white. Not driftwood, bone, half buried in the cold sand. He called for backup. By the time the first cruiser arrived, the tide had turned. The beach fell silent except for the wind. Detectives began to mark the area with orange flags. Each flag a question, each question another ache in the stomach. By sunset, they had found more. Another set of remains, then another. 4 women all within a short walk of one another. 4 stories buried where families came to swim in summer. The beach turned into something else that night. A place people drove past a little faster. For days, the search continued. Reporters came with cameras. Neighbors stared from porches. The name Shannon Gilbert filled every broadcast. But what they found had no answer. Her body was still missing. And the women they found were not her. Each had vanished months or years before. Each had lived and worked in different towns across New York. But all of them had something in common. They advertised their work online. And the last person they spoke to had called from a burner phone. The police began to understand what they were standing on. Not a single tragedy, but a pattern. Someone who knew the stretch of coastline. Someone who studied it like a hunter studies tracks. In the daylight, the sand looked harmless again. Golden, smooth, endless. But once you knew what was underneath, it did not look the same. The air carried something heavy, like the sea itself was holding its breath. Detectives combed through the brush. They found burlap, pieces of tape, fibers from fabric. Each item tag sealed logged, but no name. No face, no car. Just the sense that whoever did this had vanished back into ordinary life. For a while the search slowed. Winter storms came and covered everything in snow. But the families did not stop coming. They brought flowers, candles, photos taped to wooden crosses. Mothers knelt by the fence line, whispering the same words again and again. Please let it be over. When spring returned, the sand shifted again. Police brought in new teams. Dogs, forensic experts, but the answers were still hidden. The beach remained quiet except for the sound of waves. Always moving, always erasing footprints. People started calling it the Gilgo Beach case. Some said the Long Island serial killer. Others said Lisk, a name that felt too small for what it meant. A killer who had turned a vacation